My name is Jan, and I'm an artist. I'm a self-taught artist. I've been painting with watercolors for about 6 years. I've come a long way from where I started, but I know that there's still a lot that I still need to learn. In the meantime, I thought if I can post videos of my own processes and my paintings, then it might encourage somebody else to try painting with watercolors too. In this video, I'm painting a small piece for my husband's aunt. She's an artist too, so I thought it would be fun if we could do an art trade together. It's February now, but during the fall, I took this reference photo while I was visiting a local apple orchard. If I'm out somewhere and I see something that catches my eye, I take a picture of it to use as a reference photo for later. I use Google search images for help a lot when I'm creating paintings, but I find that if I take my own photos, it gives my paintings something a little extra special. Now I'll get to showing you my materials and the painting process. The materials I use are Daniel Smith watercolors, Arches cold pressed 140-pound watercolor paper, these watercolor round brushes sizes 1 through 5, two jars of water, a ceramic paint palette, Graph Gear 500 mechanical pencil, Faber Castell and Prismacolor colored pencils, and a white charcoal pencil. I tape my paintings to a clipboard using masking tape to minimize warping in the paper. With all those details out of the way, let's paint. Sadly, I lost the first video that I took of the beginning of this project, so we're starting here after I've added the first layers of base colors. I use a lot of water mixed with a small amount of pigment to mark out the big areas of color. I put in the bright colors of the apples first so that I had a color to work around as I mixed the other colors for the painting. I want the rest of the colors to frame and highlight the main subject of the painting, the bright, golden, delicious apples. After adding the main color, I put in the darkest areas. Then I proceed to building up the greens and the leaves. After I've got the scenery mostly blocked out in color, I start adding more color and details to the apples. Here's where we are after sessions 1 and 2. I have 2 young kids, so I usually work on paintings during nap time. That usually gives me about 45 minutes to an hour at a time to focus. The background seemed to be competing too much for attention with the main subject, so I used a blue wash to glaze over the background areas. That helped to set the background back. When the painting is mostly done, I like to use graphite to create stronger outlines between things. I'll also use colored pencils to put in details and add texture. I use a white charcoal pencil for highlights. I find that using a pencil for fine details gives me more control than I would with a brush. Maybe someday I'll be able to have that fine control with a brush and add texture details that way, but for now, this is what works for me. And after about 4 painting sessions, here's what the painting looks like. It's okay. I haven't painted anything in a while, so I felt a bit rusty creating it, but overall, I'm happy with how it turned out. Here, I'm spraying the back of the painting with a little bit of water and weighing it down with my palette and my colored pencils. This is to help the painting lay flat when the back is dry. After this, I'll put the painting into a cellophane sleeve with some chipboard, and it will be ready to send off. Aren't the swatch card and palette colors fun to look at?